ready for no pants day. I appreciate that. You could have. National No Pants Day. I wouldn't judge you. If you want to do it. Okay, here we go. So this first part, Jackson, we're going to take out all of our headphones, throw away any, oh, that's okay. Liam is putting away his cell phone for me. Thank you so much. It is for about a minute or two. You're going to think, I don't think I like this. And then oh, see, now I totally saw it. So at the end, though, by the end of the day, you're going to be like, oh, God, can the rest of the year be this stuff? Because it's super, super easy. But I need everyone's attention, and you're not going to write anything. You're going to put your little pencils down, and you're going to watch me. Still Martin is going to watch me. Oh, Martin, there he goes. There he goes. So here's what. Back in Algebra 2, and even back this year, we were doing parabolas. Parabolas are the U shape. And I knew they were a U shape, and here's how I knew. They had a squared, right? They had one thing squared that said y equals, and it made a U. And here was the thing that I really wanted out of these guys. I really wanted to know where was the vertex, right? Where's the bottom of my U? And I knew it was so easy to get. I took this out opposite, yay. I got that, -4. And remember, if I wanted to graph that, it was so easy. I would just go like this, and then I would just kind of fake it. And I'd be like, yay, I'm done. And it was so nice. It was so quick and so easy. But we didn't start there. We didn't start like that. We started with this bad boy. Also a parabola. How do I know? I got a squared. And here's what we started with. -b/2a. Remember that? And you had to figure out what A and B and C was. You had to plug it in. And it was a pain in the ass, and we didn't like doing it. But here's what. And here's the little gypsy magic here. These guys, they're the same freaking equation. They're the same one. We don't like it like this. We like it like this. So we learned this year and last year how to change this guy. Girls, are you ready? How to change this guy into this guy. And we do it with a thing called completing the square. So here's what I'm going to do. You're going to just watch me do one of these, and you're going to be like, why is she doing this? And I'm going to tell you in a hot minute. So watch what I'm going to do here. Here's what we did. We said, oh, I need that little box right here. So I moved the 5 over. Remember that? And it was like, oh, yeah. And then what I did is I put the little box on here. And then I took the 6 and I cut it in half, and I got 3. And I squared 3 and I got 9. And I thought, what I do to one side, I do to the other. So I looked like this, y plus 4, and I dropped them in. He dropped down like this. He dropped down like this, and I took half of that guy. Oops, what the hell was that? It's kind of crazy. And then I had the 4 come back, and it was so easy. And then I could get the vertex, and it was super easy. And here's why I just showed you this. Because we like circles like this, because they're so easy to graph. What's the center? -1, 3. What's the radius? 5. If you were going to graph it, oh my God, it cannot be any easier. 1, 2, 3. I went 5 in every direction. Mine's going to kind of look like a potato. And that was it. Nice, easy. Haha. But that is not what they're going to look like tonight. They're going to look like this. And our job is to take this guy and make him look like this guy. And guess what? Those are the same equations. So our job is to learn how to take this and turn it into this. Are you ready to do that? It's easy. So here's what I want you to do. Let's write that guy down. Write him on your paper. You will, honest to God, not hate this. No, I swear, you're going to be like, really? This is not bad. Wait, hold on. Is there whining happening? Yes. There are 4 aces in a deck. Okay. So here we go. We're ready to rock and roll on this. Step 1, I'm going to call tidy up. And here's what I mean by tidy up. X's together, Y's together, random ass numbers, other side. That's okay, because they are random ass numbers. Here's what I mean. Are you guys ready? We're going to put all of our X's together. Look, here's one here, and here's one here. Let's put them next to each other. X squared plus 2x. Yay. Let's do our Y's. Let's put our Y's together. Y squared minus 6y. I'm going to put a little plus there because they've all got pluses. Y squared minus 6y. And if I had any stray numbers, I'd kick them out into the other room. That's already done for me. Yay me. I don't have to do anything weird there. I have just tidied up. That's all I've done. That's all I've done. Now, here's what I need to do. I need it to be in this weird parenthesis thing. That's my goal. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do exactly what we did on parabolas. Step 2 is going to be complete the square. And you're going to see it's so easy. Are you ready? So here's what you're going to do. I am going to go to this guy and I'm going to draw a little square right there. Right? And I'm going to go to this guy and I'm going to draw a little square right there. The deal is this. Instead of having one parenthesis, remember that guy has one parenthesis, circles have two. So I'm going to have to do it 2 times. And it's super, super easy. Take the 2, cut it in half. What is half of 2? 1, and 1 squared is 1. Nice try with the 2 there. What I do to one side, I do to the other, because that's math, right? Boom. So far, so good. Let's do it again. Let's do it. Half of 6, 3, and square it. Oh, negative 3 is 9. What I add to one side, I add to the other. I did add it. So now, last step, number 3 right here, clean it up with your parentheses. What do I mean by that? We're going to drop everything into their parentheses. Here we go. So easy. The X comes down, the plus comes down, and half of the 2. Boom. Do it again. Do this guy right here. Because I took 2, cut it in half. Oh, would I add to one side? I have to add to the other. Keep it balanced. Good question. Here we go. Next guy. Y comes down. Half of negative 6 is negative 3. Square it up. Don't forget your little plus sign there. And then finally, clean up the other side. 15 plus 1 plus 9. 25. So if I said to you, look at that crazy equation, what is the center? You would say negative 1, 3. And I said, what is the radius? You would say the radius is 5. Told you. I like these. They're not bad. They're not bad. They're not bad. Yeah, these are okay. Huh? Square root, R squared. Okay. Okay, ready to try one? Here we go. So one more time. Tidy up, complete the square, drop it in your parentheses. That's really it. That's really it. I love these. It's like my favorite thing to do. Step 1, please tidy up. I leave a little space after my X's for my box, and I leave a little space after my Y's. You do you, right? Don't forget that 4, he really needs to be on the other side. And when we kick things to the other side, they change their sign. You know that. Take a minute. I'll do it in a sec. Because I'm asking for the center and the radius. And I'll be honest, I cannot eyeball that. Like the only way I can do it is I'm good enough to do it in my head, but I can't do it like without doing the math. Tidy up. Start by tidying up. Get these guys together. Yep. And then that guy's going to hop over. Yep. Here we go. Tidying up. X squared plus 4x. I'm going to leave a little space. Oh, space for Jesus right there. Y squared plus 6y plus box, and then -4. Take a look, make sure yours looks like mine. Yeah, we okay? Everyone's good? Okay, let's start cutting stuff up and squaring it. Get it? It's a square. Square it. So I'm gonna get my little red pen out. 4 cut in half is 2. 2 squared, 4. What I do to one side, I do to the other. Please don't forget that part. That's the key. Y over here, take the 6, cut it in half is 3. 3 squared is 9. You are fire. Where's your 7? Drop it into the parentheses. Half of that guy. Because a 4 moved over, Justin. Center. -2, -3. Radius. 9. All by yourselves? You ready? Without me? Yeah. It is that. I knew that. You all were testing me. Phew, I passed. I hate when I do that. Thanks, Talia. Thanks. I got you guys. Try it yourselves. Tidying up is a little bit messy on this one. Got stuff all over the place. Tidy it up. Looking for the radius and the center. Tidy it up. You got stuff that's in the wrong place. Remember, if it hops over that equal sign, it changes signs. Right? You can do this. Hey, and guess what? Sometimes a letter doesn't have any friends. Like y squared can just be sadly by himself, because that's how we started the day, with just x squared plus y squared. That's okay. Sometimes they have no friends. Write the center of the radius. No, but just do this. See if you can do it in your head. Like I can do this in my head. You can do that in your head. Because look at this. I'm going to just put the 12 with the 8, right? So that's going to be -4. Cut in half is 4, right? So so that's, and then when I add the 4 to one side, I'm going to add it to the other side. Center in the radius. You actually cannot. You can do this. Do it in your head. Yes. No, you could put a 0 if you want to put it in the box. If you're compelled to put the box, you can put a 0, or you could just put y squared. Yeah. Yeah. So what's, oh, you added the 4. Oh, add them over here. Got to keep it balanced.
Oh.
So what is my center?
No, wait, I mean.
So it comes out opposite.
I'm sorry.
And what's my radius? R equals the square root of that. Nope.
Oh, square root of that.
Yeah, there you go. That is a 0. Yeah. Get all your x's together and all your y's together. Huh? Ooh, so you know what, you can just leave them like that, or you could do a 0, but I'd say just leave them, and you'll see why in a second. Ooh, did we forget to add some stuff? And I feel like there was something else on the with the 14. Oh, that 7 had to come over. So 21, I think. Watch. Yeah. Do you see why? And now you have to add your 4, right?
Oh, 4? I thought it was
2 squared. Remember, we cut them in half, 2, and then we square it. There you go. Yeah. So our box, that's why I make it a square, to remember to square it.
Isn't it
4 cut in half, which is 2. 2 squared is, there you go. Beautiful. Oh.
Did I count the ace of hearts right here? So it's saying ace or heart, so it's 13 hearts, and there's 4 aces.
You've double counted, so just 3 aces. Yeah, nice. Okay, here we go. Here's what I got. I got x squared. I got the 8x, and the -12 is going to be -4x. I stole that from Talia. I'm going to put the little box here. Girls and guys. Then I've got the y squared and no one else. He's alone. Now the 7's going to hop over, so I'm going to get 21. I'm going to stop right there and make sure I'm okay. Or is everybody with me? Yeah? Okay. So here's what. I'm going to fill in the spot. 4 cut in half is 2. 2 squared is 4. This part is critical because it's what keeps this thing balanced, right? That's why you got to add that thing in. So here's what I've got. X minus 2 quantity squared plus y squared. He's sad, but that's okay. That's my equation. Here's my center, 2, 0, and my radius is 5. My radius is 5. Yes. Because I always take this guy and have him to go right here. Good question, Kristen. I got you, babe. Okay, last one, best one. Now, here's what I'm telling you. Especially for those of you who are juniors in here or are planning to go straight to calculus next year or even AP Stat. No being babies about a fraction or a decimal. It's not bad. Here's what I'm going to tell you. 1/2 squared is just 1/2 times 1/2, which is just 1/4. I'd like you to try this last one with your neighbors. No being babies. Give this one a try. I'm going to walk around and talk to some of my people. I'm going to get your homework ready and go ahead, try this one. You can turn them into decimals if you like. I'm fine with that. Just you don't get to be babies and not do it. I feel like you had a question.
Well, actually, are these numbers right?
Yes. There is no mistakes on the test.
And then, what is the 6 referring to?
Oh, and let's see. What is the 6? Which one are you talking about? Oh, it's the radius right here, and it's this radius right here. And look at your little triangle. Base, height, base, height.
Wait, what? Like this is one and this is the other.
Yeah. Draw it right here.
Like the triangle.
Yeah, but draw them like we like drawing. Base, height. Yeah. And you don't even have to do any subtracting. I'm going to start passing out your homework while you're working on this. I'll put the answer up in a minute. There are 2 problems I'm cutting off because you literally can't read them. There are 2 that I'm going to rewrite, and I am checking off the blue assignment because I told you I would. Yes. No. I told you I would check the homework today. Okay, hold on. I feel like I miscounted. Lovely. That is so good. That is so good. So this is where you're just going to see how brave you are. 8 cut in half is 4. 4 squared is 16. That's beautiful. Add 16 to the other side. Yeah. And a quarter. So watch what it'll be. What's 4? There, 4 1/4. Yeah. We just don't freak out about that. It's 4. Talk to Martin about why it's 4 1/4, not 5. You get 4 1/4 for your radius. I mean, for the other side. Don't find the radius. Just set it equal. Yeah. Don't find the radius. Just do the equation. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Hold on. I'm gonna do it. Don't worry about the radius. Just write the equation. I'll be with you in just a little bit. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to do it really quickly. So it seems worse than it is because we're babies about fractions. X squared plus 1x. I'm going to leave that due there. Y squared minus 8y. I'm going to leave that due there. Negative 12. Have I lost anyone? We're all okay. Yeah? Okay. Owen's watching me way in the back. Yeah, you're good? Okay. So here's what. Cutting that guy in half is a half, and a half times a half is 1/4. Did you guys watch it? What I add to one side I add to the other. I'm just going to do a 1/4. You guys aren't babies. You can make that 0.25, right? But if this shows up on a test on a fraction one, then you can do it. It's just 0.25 or 1/4. It's nothing. It's not a scary number, right? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take the 8.5. I'm going to cut it. I get 4. 4 squared is 16. I'm going to add the 16 over here. So here's what I get. X plus 1/2. So easy. Just cut it in half. Plus y minus 4. And then over here, 16 and negative 12 is 4. And Martin said, well, 4 plus 1/4 is 4 1/4. That's totally fine. If you want to make it 4.25, you can. Am I going to ask you for the radius on these weird ones? No. Just write the equation. That's all you had to do. So there you go. I am stopping. I am telling you a couple of things, though.